All right, guys. So our next guest coming up will be the wonderful, the inestimable, guys, if you listen to WoW Podcast, then you probably know who this guy is. Because not only does he have one of the most entertaining WoW podcasts, he dives so deep into the meta that his WoW podcast is about WoW Podcast and podcast about WoW while he podcasts with WoW Podcasting. And it's absolutely amazing and incredible. Guys, I have the famous Ro Wow with me. Ro, how are you doing tonight? Welcome to the Well Played Party.
Thank you for having me here. It's great to be here. This is one of the highlights for me coming here Friday night for BlizzCon. And this place is just getting more packed and packed, and I'm seeing so many familiar faces and new faces too. One thing I like about BlizzCon is just not only getting to meet people that I see every year, but also new faces as well. And I'm just having a blast, man. Every year it feels like in some intangible way it gets better and better, and it's definitely the case this year.
So I have to point out that someone in chat just actually typed, "Ro my gosh." And that was glorious, Mugiver. That was absolutely glorious. Now, Ro, we're one day in. We've had some BlizzCon.
Yes.
They gave us the taste.
Yes.
What were some of your high points from today?
I'd say the Sombra hack at the opening ceremony. I mean, everyone saw that coming. A lot of people knew with the ARG and stuff there was going to be a Sombra reveal. And, John from Azeroth Roundtable pretty much called how it would happen, and it pretty much happened on the dot. And just the way they presented it, they introduced a new cinematic too, and it just got you hyped for the character. One of the first things that I wanted to do was try out Sombra more than anything else. And I had a chance to play Sombra earlier today. Sombra's a big highlight for me. She is a lot of fun to play, and when she appears on the PTR next week, guys, you are going to have so much fun if you're into Overwatch. Sombra is a blast to play. She does things with the game that just... It blew my mind how much utility she has and how she can counter other heroes with her hacking and such. I'm really looking forward to play her. She's going to get me interested back in Overwatch again. Somehow she will pull me away from Legion for a little while. But I'd say that's the biggest highlight in terms of like what everyone got to see. For me, just a highlight about BlizzCon, man, is getting opportunities to talk to some of these people and stuff, and running into people that, people may know me and think like, oh my gosh, Ro from Realm Maintenance, it's such a big, I'm such a big deal and stuff like that. And to some people, okay, I get that, I understand that. But you gotta understand, I'm a fanboy just like you are. I'm a fanboy just like all the other people are out here. And I'm walking down the hallway. People who play Hearthstone might know a streamer named Reynad from Tempo Storm. I'm walking down the hallway. Reynad is taking a selfie with someone, and I decided to have the guts. I walked up to him and said, "Hey, you don't know who I am. I do this podcast called Realm Maintenance, and I was wondering if I could interview you and get your thoughts on the new Hearthstone expansion, because I love the heck out of Hearthstone." And I got like a 6-7 minute interview with Reynad that's going to go on my show, and just talking to him and seeing that his personality, his streaming personality, and his personality just like in real life, not exactly the same thing, and it was rather refreshing. And he's just a fan of Blizzard games like any of us are, and he's so passionate about esports and the future of esports, and it was a real pleasure talking to him. That was one of the highlights for me, and running into him and getting to meet other people and new people, stuff like that. I just had a blast, man, and there's one more day of this to go, and I get to interview a WoW an engineer on the World of Warcraft team tomorrow, and I'm so freaking nervous about that, because it's the first dev team interview thing that I've done, and you would think I've done interviews for 200 episodes of my show that I wouldn't be nervous about an interview. I am super nervous about this interview.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I know 99% of the time, including right now, I'm pretty nervous about the level of WoW celebrity that I get to sit down next to at this well-played party.
You are doing a great job, by the way. I was walking by here. I see you talking with Scott Johnson and John Jagger. See you talking with Ben. See you talking to a whole bunch of other people. I just want to say, let's take a moment to put the spotlight on you and say, chat room, can we get some applause for Cuddles here? Give this guy a thumbs up. He's doing a hell of a job running this Well Played party, and I'm really impressed with what you're doing here, man. It's great work. I don't think I could ever do what you are doing here. I just couldn't. I literally could not. So kudos to you, man. This is a great show.
Thank you so very much. And it's really easy. It's just 4 hours of being absolutely terrified out of your mind and talking to people that you respect and look up to and being absolutely scared that you're going to mess something up and say, all right, guys, it looks like we're cutting to the stage. Guys, I'll be back with Row Wow in just a moment.
Yep.